It's Deep Focus, this episode recorded Monday, March 16th, 2026, a rainy, cool spring. Was it spring? It was still winter, technically, but it felt like spring in New York. And I'm joined here on this show with William Hooker and Ahmed Abdullah, two men of great magnitude. Ahmed, fantastic trumpeter, band leader, author of the book A Strange Celestial Road, recounting, among other wonderful tales, his life in Sun Ra's orchestra. And William, a dynamic character, drummer, composer, festival producer, globetrotter, fascinating protean character. And man, am I lucky to have these guys on the show talking about Don Cherry, playing with the band Old and New Dreams. We've got some gorgeous recordings. We're deep in it. This is part 2. If you did not start with part 1, I would start with part 1, but here we are. So, and it's your show. So we're going in. It's Deep Focus.
da ditta, da take di zoom, da take di zoom, da take di zoom, da ditta, da ditta, da ditta, da take di zoom, da take di zoom, da take di zoom.
are coming right back to Mers, West Germany, with the band Old and New Dreams. And especially this show, you're listening to WKCR. The show is called Deep Focus. I'm your host, Mitch Goldman. I have the great joy of being in the studio with William Hooker and Ahmed Abdullah, and we are focusing deep on Don Cherry, but hearing him with, there could have been any number of groups that we could have focused on just here, Don Cherry, but Old and New Dreams, pretty special one. I will say, if you are enjoying this music, you should definitely have some of Don Cherry's music in your collection. You should certainly have some Old and New Dreams. I think they put out 4 albums, and maybe another one, live one, came out later. You probably won't find this recording we're playing. It's a special joy from the WKCR archives, but that's what we do. But by all means, you're going to want to collect this music. And do I even have to say it? William Hooker, who has an enormous discography of beautiful and varied recordings, and Ahmed Abdullah, both of them also still creating, developing new things, and a rich, rich tapestry of history of recordings. Ahmed, how do people find your recordings? Is there a particular...
If you Google trumpeter Ahmed Abdullah, so that you don't get any other Ahmed Abdullahs like the ones who are wanted for crimes.
Oh, boy.
You Google.
They have a record too, though.
I'm sure they have have records, in fact.
That's right.
So, but trumpeter Ahmed Abdullah, you will come to my website like that.
Yeah. Oh, okay. William, what's the best way to find?
WilliamHooker.org. Or come to some of the live places that I'm playing.
Yes, tell us what you've. Grass does not grow under your feet.
Well, you know, it's harder and harder to get this music out into people's hands, and so that they could actually play the whole album. I mean, yeah, they'll try and get one piece, you know, that's 6 minutes and 71 seconds. But I'm into, like, when I go in to make a record, I'm going to make a record that it starts at a certain place like a novel, and it goes through and it ends at a certain place. And most of the time, I really hope that people would sit down and use that amount of time just to separate from what the world is about and just to experience the whole album. That's kind of the way I make you know, the things I've been doing.
Yeah.
And a lot of things are going to be coming up. A lot of things are coming up.
Anything you want to let folks know about? Or?
How did you guess?
I'm curiosity. You know.
How did you guess, Mitch?
I got to hear it, man. I got to hear it.
Good. Okay.
The listeners demand it.
All right. Well, what's happening? I've been getting prepared for a festival that's going to be happening, and I think next Wednesday it will be the 3rd time I'm going into I-Beam to do a dual set. And I-Beam is in 7th Street, I think, in Brooklyn.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so I've got Charlie Burnham on electric violin. I've got Ja Ramwells on electric and acoustic bass. And I've got Ma Rosenblum on acoustic piano, grand piano, and electronic instrument, and myself on drums. That's the quartet I'm working with. And this quartet is ready to do the next thing they're going to do after I-Beam, which is go to Tennessee, and we're going to be playing at Big Ears Festival.
Have you done that one before?
No, never. I've never been there, and we're going to be using a particular background that was set up by a friend of mine that's a visual artist, and we're going to bring that in, and we're going to prepare for that. Then after that, we're going to have the HKCC Festival, which is next month, and this dude lives down up the street from me.
I mean, we're neighbors. We're right to each other all the time.
Now, this is killing it. This is going to be killing it. Now, it's going to be 2 nights. from 5 till 11. And the thing about it is it's broken up into, I'll have Mark Edwards and Slipstream Travel. I'll have Sam Harnett and Sound Painting. Hans Tommen and his big orchestra. On Davis will bring in his group, which is a different kind of funk completely from anything I have ever heard. Now I'm beyond it, and there's you have to look into HKCC and the Rhythm in the Kitchen Festival to see all the people that are going to be there. And at the same time, the new album is going to be coming out.
Okay.
My new album is on Org Music.
Mm-hmm.
I went to China last year and played at a festival there, and now it's a recording.
Mm-hmm.
And it's different than any recording I've ever made, in the sense of I explicitly wanted to get the people who were in China to write the notes.
And where in China was this? This was
Shenzhen.
Oh yeah.
Shenzhen. And it changed my attitude about a lot of things, especially the people that listen to this music, young people that listen to this music.
There's an audience developing in China for the music, isn't it? Yeah.
It's incredible.
Yeah.
It's incredible. It's really
I've been hearing
incredible.
that the Sun Ra Band went to China and played, and I've heard a few other people recent times have gone.
I mean, it's like talking to like young philosophers. I mean, the moon is black as the tenor sits from my microphone. That's the way your first record is. That's the way your first tune is. That's the way it's explained. It's not like, oh, they had the chops and the drummer was playing this, and it ain't like that. It ain't like that. So I'm putting that in the entire. When you open it up, it's going to be all that. It's a double record, and that's coming out. And that was with John King. And last but not least, I can't remember. I guess there's one other thing. We're playing at the Vision Festival.
Nice.
Yeah, this quartet. And then this quartet goes to Edgefest.
Beautiful.
You know Edgefest.
I don't know Edgefest.
Edgefest is in Ann Arbor? I think it's Ann Arbor.
Okay.
So this group is going to be get together for a while, and
Good.
that's what I'm going to be doing.
Excellent.
And yeah, trying to keep my chops together and trying to do what I saw Don Cherry do, which is you're developing your own music in relationship to the music that is out here and the music that's being presented to people, which oftentimes is just based on like how many dollars, how many records, how many records you could sell. But he would go way outside of what I thought I heard Ornette doing.
Yep.
He would go way outside of it, and that's the beauty. That's why he appealed to me, because when I heard some of that stuff, I was like, this is not the same guy. This is not the same guy that was playing on something else, or the same guy that was playing on like maybe he was playing on science fiction. Now I'm not sure, but I'm just saying, you know what I mean. And that's what appealed to me about him, even though I didn't know what he was doing trumpet wise. I didn't know. So I'm just trying to stay in that. I'm just trying to stay in that reality, Mitch. I'm just trying to stay in that reality.
William Hooker, and I will say, I mean, all that sounds like a thrilling pile of work, and that's just in the next couple of months. Rhythm in the Kitchen, also, of course,
you better come.
Favorite of mine. When did I ever miss? Come on.
I'm coming up to your house, man.
Come on. And give the website again. Where to find
WilliamHooker.org.
WilliamHooker.org.
All the things are in there. Yeah.
And Ahmed, I know you don't sit still either. I'm sure you've got some things coming along.
Yes, I'm trying to align myself with my mission of incarnation on this planet. So one of the projects that I finished that was published was my memoir that starts with my incarnation on this planet and goes up to the year 2000. I'm working now on from that period of time to whenever I finish it. That's one thing that I'm doing, and I'm keeping a journal of everything that's happening, so that even if I stop for a day or two, I can go back and look at the journal. That's one thing. The other thing is, being a curator is something that I've done for 25 years at Sister's Place, and that's not over, but it has led to my wife, Monique Ngozi, and me and I working with an organization called One Breath Rising, and we are producing poetry and jazz and music of the spirit concerts at a place called Soapbox Gallery on a regular basis, and we're doing things online, poetry online. That's one thing. Another thing, and the other thing in my curatorial hat, I'm going to be doing 4 weeks at Sister's Place in May to celebrate the 50th anniversary, believe it or not, of the Wildflower recordings.
Oh, wow.
That came out. It was these five record set was recorded May 14th to May 23rd of 1976.
Wow.
And so we're going to, throughout the month of May at Sister's Place, we're going to have my band, Diaspora, May 9th. May 16th, Andrew Cyril, who was on the Wildflower, he's going to be there. And Alex Blake, who's going to have a dual celebration. He's going to be celebrating him being with Randy Weston 50 years ago.
Yeah.
And he's going to be celebrating Randy Weston's centennial, which is happening this year as well, right? And then at the end of the month, May 30th, African Liberation Day, we're going to have this young trumpet player who I got to hear, I had the pleasure of hearing with the Juilliard Jazz Orchestra. His name is Mejidi Owusu, brilliant young trumpet player. They were playing the music of Sun Ra. And I got to talk to the young brother, 20 years old, fantastic player.
Wow.
So he's going to come in and play on the very last day of May 30th.
Did he know about Wildflowers?
I'm sure I told him about it, so I'm sure he will know about it. Because that was a landmark. 50 years ago. I mean, can you imagine that?
Amazing.
Yeah, we're 50 years later.
That was probably the greatest expression of that scene that you were a part of to emerge from there. I mean, it was something that people here knew about, but I think as far as, reaching out into other corners of the world, I don't think anything from that time and place set that vibe more than that did.
Well, what we want to celebrate actually is the continuum. The African Swahili word is kuji chakalia, self-determination.
Right.
And that is something that has been in existence back to James Reese Europe days. It's
Sure.
like, how does a person of African descent organize oneself with other people to preserve this music of the spirit? What is it that one does? And so you have that, and then you have, other big bands emerging. You have people like Max Roach and Charlie Mingus in the 50s doing things. And in the 60s, you had the Jazz Composers Guild and, October Revolution. And then you had Sam and B. Rivers opening up Studio Ribby, like Patricia and Rashid Ali opened up Ali's Alley. So these were things that happened, and they're continuing because when Viola Plummer founded Sister's Place in 1995, it was the same idea. She was going back to John Coltrane, celebrating John Coltrane. And the last gig he did was at Olatunji's Cultural Center,
Right. Yeah.
which is in that same tradition, of course, that Rashid Ali picked up, which is why he had Ali's Alley, with Patricia. You understand? So Viola Plummer asked me to be her music director in 1998.
Okay.
So I did 25 years of being the music director. So it's a continuum. And that's the point we want to get across to people. These Kuchi Chakalia, self-determination, and Sankofa means that you go back to go forward.
Yeah.
So we're looking back to see where we're going to go with this all, and that's why we're having young people perform as well. Yeah,
but one thing you got to remember also is that when the loft scene happened, and I was talking to Luke Stewart about this like 2 days ago at the New School, the loft scene, it wasn't like a scene. It was just, we went to all these lofts to play music and to hear music and to present music. So because of that, there wasn't just like one place everybody went to.
Right.
As you remember, there was like what? Studio We. Du Bois, are you serious? Du Bois, right? There was like...
Environ,
thank you. Environ, right?
Yeah.
Ladies Fort. Or all these places. There was a whole lot of places, right?
Yep.
And this was happening at the same time that Sam had Studio Rivby. And who would have known that this would have been what's called now in Francis Bradley's book about the loft scene that just came out. You read that?
I have not.
You seen that book that came out? It's about the loft scene.
But I don't call it the loft scene. In my book, I call it the loft movement.
Okay, the loft movement. Okay,
because it was, in fact, a movement.
I get it.
It was politically, socially, and spiritually important.
Yeah.
So it wasn't just a scene. It wasn't just a place where people hung out.
I get that.
You know what I'm saying?
But I mean, I get that totally, and I'm glad that you've elevated it to that level.
Right.
But at the time that it was happening, I'm telling you, man, it was like, I'm gonna play here, I'll play there, I'll play there, I'll play there. I'm gonna run into Charles Tyler. I'm gonna run into Sonny Murray. I'm gonna run over here. I'm gonna play at the, what was that place, that studio that Stanley Crouch had? That it was a club. Remember that club?
Tin Palace.
Tin Palace.
Yeah.
All these things are happening, right?
Right.
And then years later, all of a sudden, it becomes this thing. Now, what I'm proposing to people is that there's something happening right now in this, not only in this country but worldwide, and I don't know what it's going to be called. I really have no idea. I'm not really even sure about the level of the musicianship, because most of the people in the loft movement could really play. There was no joke. They could play. There were some drummers that I was like, who's this cat? Who's this cat? Who's this cat? Like that. So I don't know.
Well, I was involved in the Outfest last night.
Okay.
That the Arts for Art, Patricia Nicholson Parker produced, and I was absolutely amazed at the talent. We played, my band, Diaspora, played first.
Who's in your band?
My band, my wife, Monique Ngozian Reed, poet, vocalist. Last night we had Don Rodney Chapman playing tenor saxophone. George Gray played drums.
Okay.
And Norbert Marius played bass.
Wow.
So we had a 5-piece group.
Wow.
But when we finished, Matt Shipp came and played the most brilliant piano solo I had heard in years.
Okay.
Yeah. And then after that, there was a group called Radical Reversal with a brother named Randall Horton, who was a poet and vocalist, and Melanie Dyer playing viola, and Malik Washington playing drums. And I'm sorry if I don't remember the other musicians. But then it closed out with William Parker and Cooper Moore.
Parker what?
And this lady, I think she's Korean, and I don't want to mess up her name because I'm hearing her for the first time. But
with those two already.
Well, I mean, so I'm saying when you talk about musicianship, I was like enraptured, and I had to say to Patricia the curating of that, to have those musicians come, and I wanted to stay and hear every bit of it, because one encouraged me to hear the next. You know what I'm saying? So I don't think there's a question about the musicianship. I think there is, and the fact that Josh Roseman has that space, the Louvre Annex, is a magnificent thing.
Yeah.
So it's continuing.
Yeah,
I'm saying,
absolutely,
it is not, the need for musicians to express themselves has never ended, because that's putting our full humanity, on parade, basically, and we've got to do that.
The show is called Deep Focus.
Yes, it is.
On WKCR, I'm your host, Mitch Goldman. I think I'm the host. I don't know. Maybe William Hooker's the host.
No,
Maybe Ahmed Abdullah's the host.
You are the host.
Well, we are. I think I'm going to change the name to Broad Focus when you guys are here. Okay. But we'll try to bring it back to Deep Focus.
Mitch,
to Don Cherry and Old New Dreams.
Because I think that's part of it.
Yes.
Who you're going to investigate.
Yes. Well, I mean, let me just say
that who you're going to investigate. You know what I'm saying?
Well, my guests, address the listeners, are two people of enormously broad knowledge, curiosity, and expression, and which we celebrate.
All right.
But I do want to bring it back to the music
right. And then Don Cherry played the trumpet.
Yeah,
he didn't play the drum.
Yes, he did.
I mean,
yes,
I get it.
So let's. Well, we got. You know how we do. We'll come back to the studio in a bit, but let's go back to Murs and hear the rest of this set. Old and New Dreams is the band, and if you're just joining us, it's kind of a super group of its era, and it's I'm not even going to say genre, because they're in every genre, especially when you've got Don Cherry on stage playing trumpet and piano, Dewey Redman tenor saxophone, Charlie Haden on the bass, Ed Blackwell on the drums, and these guys, they're I'm really fascinated by the way that they're not there isn't a carved out path, and yet they all arrive together at the destination and play individual beautiful songs along the way. It's and that's what we're hearing, because we've been listening to this whole set from the beginning. If you've been with us, if not, you could hear it on the Deep Focus podcast later. But we're going to go back to the stage for the rest of the show. We're going to hear a piece by Ed Blackwell called Togo, and then another really interesting departure, Charlie Haden's Song for the Whales. And this one recorded in 1980 at the International New Jazz Festival in Murs, West Germany, M-O-E-R-S, in May of 1980. And this is Old and New Dreams, Deep Focus on WKCR.
Yes.
Da ditta, da take the tune, da take the tune, da take the tune, da ditta, da ditta, da ditta, da take the tune, da take the tune, da take the tune.
you very much, ladies and gentlemen. Only New Dreams Band, featuring Dewey Redman saxophone, Ed Blackwell drums, Charlie Haden bass, Don Cherry trumpet, piano. Thank you.
Okay, we are all the way in it. We're smack dab in the middle because this is part 2 of 3 parts of this program that was recorded Monday, March 16th, 2026. It's a focus on the quartet, collaborative among 4 great musicians, but our particular focus is on trumpeter Don Cherry at the behest of our first guest because he was the first one that I booked onto the show for this, and that's drummer William Hooker. And then William reached out, to my surprise, my very welcome surprise, to Ahmed Abdullah, and who is a trumpeter. And we are, this is all smiles and laughter, the 3 of us really just enjoying so much listening to this music and getting to hear these guys talk about it. You should come along for part 3 in just a bit. But first, I want to thank you. I've been trying to get a few more people to know about this show because it's such a hidden little club. I feel like it's a little night spot down in the village under a building on a door that no one notices. But you're in it, and I'm in it, and not too many other people. But so I'm trying to expand over to the next basement over and give us a little more space. Actually, there's tons of space. Everybody's welcome. But nobody knows about the show. So we've had a total of 55 people, had a total of 55 people review the show, preferably, hopefully with 5 stars. And I was saying, let's see if we can get that up to 100, because I think if we get to 100, we're going to find some more people noticing us, because the algorithm catches on and says, hey, if this person likes this show, then she over there might like it too. So, the little pebble in the pond splashes and the circle expands. So yeah, can we get that up to 100? I don't know if we really could, but maybe. And guess what? I started saying that we were at 52, and now we're at 57. Got a few more people noticing, or at least going to some effort to spread the word. It makes such a difference, and I see it, and I really, really appreciate you. So yeah, let's see. Let's keep going. Maybe by next week we get it up to 60. That would be really cool, and that momentum hopefully will only grow. I make a big effort to put a new episode up every week. Been doing that pretty consistently. We hit over 450 episodes. So tons and tons of stuff for you to explore and examine and hopefully enjoy. Ahmed's been on the show before. William's been on the show before. We've discussed Don Cherry on the show before. All kinds of different combinations. Never playing the same music more than once. I don't know, maybe on a rare occasion, not the stuff we're playing tonight. So yeah, there's just an endless, seemingly endless amount for you to find. And I'm just going to mention this because people have responded to this too. The opportunity to pick up some of the cost of hosting this show, which some people have taken advantage of, been generous enough to provide. There's a hard dollar cost in doing this, and I'm not putting it on you, but if you want to help out, man, it is really appreciated. And some of you guys have done that, and I just cannot thank you enough. If you want to do that, you just need to know the email address, which is deepfocusnow@gmail.com. deepfocusnow@gmail.com. You go to PayPal, and that's really all the information you need. They'll take you through it on their website, everything else, or the app, whatever way you do it. Makes such a difference. And if I get to the point where we have cover the expenses from contributions from you folks, I can even maybe improve the audio quality of what we're doing for these little announcements with an improved mic and stuff like that. So, it's not just going in the bubblegum fund. I got real hard dollar costs here. And I appreciate so much you guys taking that on with me. So yeah, and you can use that email address too to let me know what's going on with you. Tell me about the most memorable experience you have had listening to live music. That would be really interesting to hear what you have to say about that. It is, I say this all the time, it's not like, sitting in a movie theater or something, and all the musicians say it. You are making the music when you are listening to it. It is an active collaboration between us and the performers. So I want to hear about something you were part of. All right. That was part 2. I'll give you the info one more time. March 16th, 2026. William Hooker and Ahmed Abdullah on the topic of the band Old and New Dreams, and specifically the trumpeter Don Cherry. Hey, I'll see you over at part 3.